We are the painters of our world. We are creators. We decide what goes.
So we are here with Dr. Nesha Savage. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
I work at San Diego City College. I'm a counselor professor, and I'm also the executive director for Nandi.
So for those that are watching and listening, tell them all about Nandi.
So Nandi is a nonprofit, a 501c that we just started 3 years ago. And we just started with a group of Black women who worked in San Diego, who were all a part of the community colleges in our region. And all of us had positions of leadership. And we honestly would just get together and be a support for each other, because we found that the experiences that we were all going through were all the same. And we knew that no one could really relate to what we were going through but us. And so we found our lifeline through that sisterhood and through that community that we were building in a very informal way, because we would meet like at, restaurants, at the coffee shop. And so we decided hey, why not formalize this? We imagine that if we're experiencing these same challenges, then we imagine other women are as well. And so that's how we kind of got started, and we got funding through the California Community College Chancellor's Office, which we are extremely grateful for the support. We wouldn't even be able to do this work without their support. It's kind of overwhelming when I think about it started from a conversation. It started from just wanting to be a support to each other, and now it has grown to this, which is a huge blessing.
So what are you most looking forward to about this year's conference?
We put a lot of thought and being intentional about how we create this space for the women. We think about the keynote speakers that we're going to get, the workshop presenters that we're going to get. We think about what are some of the things that we could give the women that will promote healthy well-being mentally and physically. And so we're going to have yoga tomorrow. We had line dancing today. And so I think what I'm most looking forward to with this conference is tomorrow, really, because we're going to do yoga, we're going to have sound healing, and we're going to have guided meditation. So just to be able to be in a space that typically you don't see yourself doing yoga with your colleagues, right? But to be in a space where we're going to be doing that together, I'm actually looking forward to that.
So what would you say to a student who was considering joining Nandi?
Well, as a counselor, I always tell students when they first come to our institution to find your village, to find your support, because you're going to need it. It doesn't matter if you're a student or someone who works in the system. As a Black woman, there are just certain challenges that we know you're going to face. Just showing up in a space, people are going to judge you based on how your hair is, what are you wearing, how do you talk, and how you're perceived, really. And so I always encourage students, no matter, if you're going to a four-year university, or if you're coming to community college, or if you're coming into Nandi, to find your village. And so we hope to grow Nandi to have charters similar to what Amin does for their charters, so that Black women on college campuses can find their village and find their support being around other Black women, because there is nothing more powerful. I can't even explain what it is when I'm standing at that podium and looking out into the audience and seeing a sea of Black women. It's so uplifting, affirming, and just to be in a space like that, I would want that for all of our students coming into community college, especially our students who come from marginalized backgrounds, Black women being one of them.
So how many California community colleges are represented at the Nandi conference this year?
So this year we have 57 colleges that are represented, which we're so proud of, because when we first started, it was 17. And so this year we have, of course, a larger number of people who are coming, but we also have board members from the Board of Governors. We have Pamela Haynes that was here, and Dr. Brown that was here as well. And so I feel like our relationship is strengthening, and I look forward to it growing even stronger.
So what are some of the most important outcomes for you for this year's conference?
Our theme this year is the pursuit of softness, a radical act of resistance. We tend to carry a lot. Many of us are leaders on our campus, and we're leaders in our home. And so when we come into these kinds of spaces, and we are basically being encouraged to let your guard down and to allow yourself to tap into that softness, that's kind of really affirming in a lot of ways, because we're women, and we do see ourselves as, having that feminine energy, but oftentimes that energy is not met with respect in our spaces, especially if you're in a position of leadership. And so an outcome for me is for the women to be able to walk away being confident in their softness and feeling affirmed in doing that. I would say the other outcome that I would want is for the women to leave feeling like this was a conference that was different than others. Like this is your time to reset, to relax, and just to enjoy the sisterhood that's around.
So tell us, what is one of the fastest and easiest ways to get involved with Nandi?
So you can find Nandi by going to the icangotocollege.com page, clicking on the Black Student Success page, and then you'll find Nandi there. That's the easiest and quickest way to get to Nandi.
Dr. Nesha Savage, on behalf of the Educate Elevate podcast and California Community Colleges, thank you so much for your time today. We appreciate you.
Pleasure. Thank you.
We are the painters of our